Hello, today we're exploring enzymes and the key roles they play in metabolism. To begin with, you may have only heard of enzymes as a part of digestion, but actually, enzymes play key roles in literally every process in your body. So, what exactly are enzymes? Enzymes are special proteins in our body that work as catalysts. What this means is they speed up chemical reactions in order to speed up the digestion in our body while not getting used up in the process. Enzymes helps us build, break down, or convert the molecules we need to live and grow. Enzymes work by lowering what's known as activation energy of a reaction. Take activation energy as a hill that you need to climb up to in order for a reaction to happen. So what enzymes do is lower that activation energy so that the reactions can happen faster and easier. Take catalyst for example. What catalyst does is that it breaks down the hydrogen peroxide, what our body produces in large amounts. So what it does is it breaks it down in a matter of split seconds to prevent potential cell damage. But what you need to take into account is that enzymes aren't just fast, they're also specific. What that means is they only work with specific molecules that are called substrates. So they only work with them. So you can look at it as pretty much like a lock and a key, where a lock only works with a specific key. This is known as lock and key model. For example, the enzyme lactase is supposed to break down lactose, and what lactose is a sugar found in milk, basically. So in people who do not have proper lactase function, they basically are lactose intolerant. So that's how lactose intolerance emerges, because their lactase, the enzyme lactase, does not work properly. Basically, there are two types of enzymes in metabolism. One is the one that breaks down molecules, and the other is the one that builds. Catabolic enzymes like amylase helps break down big molecules such as starch into sugar. And what this does is it makes it easier for your body to absorb the starch. On the other side, anabolic enzymes like DNA ligase work to build large molecules. DNA ligase, for instance, helps connect DNA strands during cell replication. Now, let's address a common misconception to do with enzymes. One of them is a lot of people think that enzymes only work within the body temperature and only within our bodies. But that's not the case, is it? For instance, we can use it outside our body, like when we use a laundry detergent to get rid of stains. And what's crazy is that we can also do that in cold water, which means it doesn't have to be in our body temperature. It can even be cold. As you can see, this versatile possibility of enzymes make it easy for not just our bodies to adapt this, but also different industries. For example, industries like food processing to biofuel production even. And when it comes to enzyme research, there has been a lot of research into this topic. And sometimes these researches raise ethical questions. For example, in the current time in medicine, doctors are using enzyme therapies in order to replace the enzymes that people have that do not work properly, or if somebody lacks a certain enzyme, they're using different therapies to replace them with ones that work. And according to the Mayo Clinic, this raises a lot of ethical questions because Even though they are readily available, they are expensive, really expensive, and the access to these therapies are not readily known by a lot of people. So enzymes are also used in green technology in order to make technologies more eco-friendly, like in waste management and biofuel production. However, according to PubMed, according to their report in 2020, the implementation, the genetic modification of the use of enzymes in these industries raise a lot of ethical questions because of the progress that is rapidly growing, but also this is raising a lot of potential risks as well. So, to wrap this up, enzymes are not just means for an end when it comes to metabolism. It's not just a biological aspect. People use it for many different purposes in many different industries, as I have told you, in medicine, in uh, in biofuel production, in waste management. People use it for many different purposes. So what we need to take into account is the ethical aspects of this industry. So this raises a lot of questions. So as we progress with enzymes, we also need to take into account the potential risks that come with the progress. As we move on with these progresses to do with enzymes, what we need to take into account is how can we achieve the best utilization of enzymes for everybody so that it is beneficial to everybody while making sure that the progress doesn't raise potential risks, and how can we use it to make a better future in medicine and in other industries